Hey folks, what's going on? UltimatDjz here with your February ArcFall video, maintenance edition right here. Here we go. The Ferengi are in town, and yes, folks, you do see that Quark is right here on the cover art. We're pumped, and therefore, you know that the Ferengi being in town means that latinum is what we're going to be focused on, the introduction of a new form of latinum as well. All details are coming up, so buckle up, get your questions and comments ready for the section right below the video, and let's begin. My name is UltimatDjz. This is Teaching Trek on the new February arc, Rules of Acquisition. Lots of stuff to get to, so let's dive right in. First, there will be a new currency this month, and it's in the form of a new type of latinum. It's called concentrated latinum. It will be mined with a new ship. I'm going to get to those details shortly, but as always, let's begin with officers. I mentioned the concentrated latinum kind of early because these officers will assist you in your acquisition of this new mining currency. 3 new officers this month, all 3 of the Ferengi variety. First, Epic Quark. It's been a long time. We've been asking for Quark. Here he is. His captain's maneuver, like Grush, a protected cargo officer. I like anything to do with protected cargo, so this feels good here at the beginning. He's part of a new synergy group called Ferengi Conglomerate, and unlike other officer introductions of the past, we will have 2 more this month, 1 of each type, so you will be able to get full synergy on this officer as soon as you unlock all 3 officers. Full synergy gets you an extra 15% per side, total of 30% bonus, getting you a total of 120% protected cargo from the captain's maneuver. I'm actually very, very cool with this. His officer ability is to increase mining speed of your ship. This is cool because, as we've been told, this will not be limited to the new ship. This is a mining officer that can be used on any mining vessel to increase speed. Depending on your ship's formula, and we've broken these out in the past, we can put them on our website a little bit later to show you how the impacts work for various ships. But be aware that this epic officer is going to impact mining speed using the same variable as 10 of 11, the Tribble, or T'Pring, or Borg Barrett, or any other mining officer. So here's an example of the D'Vor, right? And you can see that when they added the latinum research, it was put on as a multiplier at the end in the same group as the Tribble officer, which is why the Tribble was so effective on the D'Vor. He is effective on a traditional miner, as seen here in this slide, but again, kind of becomes a balancing act. The ship's ability of a traditional miner is on par with the Tribble officer. It's somewhat balanced. Going back here to the D'Vor slide, the officer ability was a multiplier at the very end, making the Tribble insane on the original D'Vor. Do keep this in mind when we show you some more data later on. Quark is going to be great on the D'Vor you have now and pretty good on traditional miners as far as speed goes as you tier him up. Here is a look at his officer shards count and pretty on par with a traditional epic. I do want to take a second here to go back to his officer abilities as you tier them up. We'll show them here on the screen since we're drawing a comparison to the Tribble and show you the Tribble and Quark as you tier them up. They are identical. You may miss it at first glance, but even on traditional miners, Quark is a new second Tribble officer, okay, with an added protected cargo benefit as a captain. Super, super important to notice this here. This officer is going to be pretty daggone good for all types of mining. The next officer is Ferengi Fess. Captain's maneuver, similar to Quark's officer ability, increasing mining speed by 55%. Don't be fooled by the wording using base right here. We've done the math. We've proven it. Shout out RIP. We've done everything. He acts just like the Tribble, just like T'Pring, Stun, or the Borg miners, just like Quark, increasing the officer bonus in our ship mining formula from earlier. But he does get full synergy, making him a decent mining officer anyway. Full synergy getting up to 35% per side, total 70% added to the base. That's a total 125 boost to mining speed. Again, not shabby for a traditional miner and very, very good on the D'Vor Latinum miner. His officer ability is to, wait, what? Reduce protected cargo. Dang, Scopely, that's harsh. That's harsh. This is an officer that has a good benefit and utility as captain, but his officer ability is a detractor, a debuff. He's a liability when using him on the bridge. By using this officer, you're going to debuff your protected cargo. It's like a negative number. added to the protected cargo bonus formula that you already have. And of course, it's the most damaging at early tiers. You will reduce that debuff as you tier him up. So at tier 1, he's literally taking away almost 25% of the overall effectiveness of Quark or Grush, for example. Kind of a neat officer, really. Excellent captain's utility, a damaging officer utility, making him high risk, high reward kind of officer. I gotta be honest, I don't really mind this style of mechanic. You're gonna have to be careful in how you use him. Kind of gonna stimulate some thought. It's kind of neat and makes me wonder about other such high risk, high reward officer sets in the future. The shard count is typical for a rare. And by the way, real quick, P.S. Thank you. Special thanks to STFC.space and Criminal Ripper for all of your data in this video. I'm gonna interrupt here for a second for a quick plug. You rock, my criminal friend. You absolutely do. Everybody visit STFC.space to join his Patreon program and help support the wonderful effort of Ripper to bring all of this data to you in real time and available on STFC.space on launch day. Lots of work goes into this, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. Y'all be sure to show your support to Criminal Ripper. Lastly, your third officer, Airrock. His captain's maneuver is massive, increasing mining speed when mining concentrated latinum by 6,500% at base. This is absolutely massive, folks. All right. Now, he is limited to the new latinum nodes and will not be good for a traditional miner or even a D'Vor on original latinum, but he's massive to these new nodes and will allow your D'Vor, your traditional D'Vor, to be useful on concentrated latinum, meaning everybody on day 1, if you've built a D'Vor, will be able to mine this new shiny stuff. Synergy is 3,000% per side, making him able to be boosted or boost concentrated latinum speeds by up to 12,500%. Just stupid huge, folks. Stupid huge. He is your go-to officer for concentrated latinum mining, no matter what. As far as what's in the game right now, that's it. Officer ability is the same as the Tribble and the other mining officers, just increasing mining speed by 25% and increasing to 50% as you tearing him up, making him viable on other mining ships as a side card, as an officer, okay? Officer shard count also similar to Fest. All in all, if I'm summarizing these 3 new Ferengi officers, I'm actually pretty satisfied. Not only do they have utility for all other mining ships in the game, but there's going to be a little bit of strategy on how to use them, and they will assist you in mining even the new latinum currency with existing ships. Pretty daggone useful overall for overall officers for all your miners out there. Now, why might you need more mining officers, you might say? You may hate mining, or you may love it, but you already have good crews, you say, right? You already feel like you've got a lot of mining officers, and you've got good combinations of crews. Well, what's another mining crew if you already have 3, 4, 5 good ones, right, Bubba Joe? Who mines with 6 miners? He does. Silly goose. He loves mining. Hairball. But now, we're actually adding something new for you to mine, right? This concentrated latinum. So, how about you get an extra ship dock to be able to put another miner on? Yes, this is coming. And this is referring to my hint around the clock or the knock, right? Another ship dock is another place for you to put a ship to defend your base and protect your resources. But not only that, it gives you another place for maybe a 4th, 5th, 6th, or now potentially even a 7th ship to go out and do your gaming. This new dock unlocks an Ops 30, but alas, this feature in and of itself will require the acquisition of a pack. A Dry Dock G key is needed to unlock this building, as you can see here, and will be available in your pack store for sale. There will be a pack for just the key, but there is going to be a special on your core $99 building pack. In the past, we've seen a cheaper pack for just that item, such as Second Researcher or something like that. But then there was always that special pack for $100 that contained a bunch of stuff plus that key. They're continuing on that model and even making it a shade better by giving you the entire contents of your core building pack for your level and including the extra dry dock in that pack. So you can buy the cheaper pack for the dock, or you can buy a station pack and get the dock for free. Now, please don't misunderstand. It's not a buy one, get the dock free coupon. You will need to buy the specially marked pack that has all the contents of the station pack plus the dry dock key. You'll see it specially marked in your pack store. So at least if you were going to buy a station pack this month, you'll still get everything that was in it plus the dry dock at no extra charge. Added value, if you will. But this is a dock only and will have buffs to repair speed and cost as per usual for for a dock, but no accompanying defense platform. This is to keep somewhat of a balance to base cracking and not make it even more difficult to get through a 7th gun. You've already added up to a 7th ship now, depending on your ops level. So to get through, a 7th ship, a 7th gun would have just been nutso. So that's not here with this dock, and we're told it's to keep base rating as balanced as possible by while adding this extra dock. So what are you going to put in that extra dock? Well, you can put any ship you want. Traditional miners, extra PvP ships, more PvE grinding, or you can put in your brand new ship this month. That is, after you get the blueprints out of your scrapyard. This was the hint that I gave that this month's feature would be available free to play. Scopely made an announcement to keep your scrapyards open going into maintenance day. Well, why would that be? Because scrapping a tier 9 D'Vor will get you 100% of the blueprints you need for the new D'Vor Feesha. It's not a D'Vor A, it's the D'Vor Feesha. We have already confirmed that scrapping a level 41 through 45 of the original D'Vor will get you 100% of the blueprints needed. So if you can just get it to tier 9, you do not need to waste the ship XP to max it out at 45. There would be a couple extra goodies, I guess, if you did max it out, but they're not worth investing new ship XP. Not, if you've already done it, fine. If it's already level 45, go for it. Here's a quick peek at your scrap payable at level 41, for example. And here again, right next to it, at level 45. Literally, the difference is a little bit of ship XP. Not nearly what you would put into it to go from 41 to 45. So if you're pushing your D'Vor to tier 9 now, don't spend the extra XP for level 45. Just scrap it at level 41. It's just not worth it there. Scrap is good for 100% blueprints at level 41. Not 40, folks. Level 41 is necessary. Notice the scrap requirement requires Scrapyard 35, as is to build the new Feesha. Here's a quick display of the new ship and some early tier bonuses, as well as early build data. Very, very cheap to build. Probably going to take some speed ups to get it out of the builder on time. You'll notice a longer than average build time on this ship for most players. Ironically, you might end up using latinum for speed ups to speed your way through this, which is what the ship helps you get in infinite loop. Anyway, look at these ship ability bonuses, though. Even at Tier 1, Level 5, right out of the box, you got a 37,864 boost to Concentrated Latinum. This will not do you well on original Latinum, okay? Just as a side note. Good thing you could have multiples, right? This may be a scenario in which having multiple D'Vors may be a good thing. One for original Latinum and one now for new Concentrated Latinum. This D'Vor Feesha will only use its ship ability on the new Concentrated Latinum. And now you see full circle why I was talking about officer abilities in so much detail earlier. Quark and Fess will help you greatly on the original D'Vor. Aeroc was made for the Feesha. The power in this ship will come from its ship's ability, and the Tribble and Quark are not going to have as big an impact as the original D'Vor. We do have a graphic for this new ship, and its mining formula is the same as a traditional material miner. It is not a duplicate of the original D'Vor. You can see it here. You're going to be mining concentrated latinum with this Feesha. And here's what it looks like. It does look different. You'll be able to tell the difference. And it will lie in different systems, okay? Different systems than original latinum. We don't know at this time if the systems are new or not, but there will be different systems for concentrated latinum as compared to the original latinum, the original raw latinum that we would mine. This new D'Vor Feesha does have 3 lock points, but they are pretty broad. Ops 35 through 40 can get the ship to Tier 4. After that, the next lock opens up at Ops 41 and goes all the way to Tier 9, where it locks there until Ops 50, or actually 51. 51 plus then can get it up to Tier 10 and max the ship out to Tier 12. There are some screenshot examples of speeds, and this is how we actually were able to trace down the formula. There are various speeds and super lat nodes, very much like original raw latinum. So the higher the warp range on the Feesha, the faster you can mine it, not even having to tier up the ship. Here's, for example, from a level 35 system. The base rate is 50 an hour. The super node is 100 an hour in this system. So here's a look at the speed on a super node also. But also keep in mind for this perspective, our Feesha is only level 5 in this screenshot. Here's a new concentrated latinum system at level 49. It's got a base rate of 57 per hour. Not a huge difference, but a supernode at 114 an hour, doubling the effective rate with the same level of Feesha. So what's this new currency going to do? Well, you're going to have an extra refinery added to the latinum tab, so you'll still be able to mine and refine original latinum now, as well as the concentrated latinum. And just like the Franklin and Franklin A mechanic, it's going to pay more right out of the gate and moving up. Plus, of course, since you can pull the original latinum as well, you'll actually be able to effectively double up on your amount of latinum straight out of the gate. And the latinum levels up by tier of the Feesha. Here are some screenshots of the parts and the latinum per tier all the way up to tier 11, with, of course, the tier 12 refinery for 56 plus, only paying latinum since parts won't be needed. Now, do keep in mind, this is familiar, right? Vidar, D'Vor. So if you plan on maxing more than one Feesha, then you do want to be aware to stop short of tier 12, okay? Stop short of tier 12, especially since you're going to need those extra parts, okay? Now, you will notice, for example, even here at, say, tier 2, all right, kind of going back there just a little bit, the D'Vor parts coming out and the amount of concentrated latinum, not terrible, okay? Not wildly insane based on the ship's ability. Are you going to have to mine for maybe 30, 45 minutes to get a day's refined? Maybe, but it is relatively passive. You can set the ship out and kind of forget about it until you come back later. Be sure to check your protected cargo, okay? What else do we have coming this month? Well, let's bang out the rest here real quick. We got one new Prime node coming this month, which will cost G5 rare ore, and it's called Prime Station Assault, giving players more damage when attacking a station. The research unlocks at level 33, but to grind it out for free will require a very high ops level, wherever G5 rare becomes available. Keep in mind, there's lots of researches that already impact damage when attacking a station, and this Prime is not going to get you a net yield of 100%. As a matter of fact, it's already relatively diluted as compared to other primes in the game, so buy this one knowing it can give you an edge. It's going to give you a little bit of a boost in damage, but it's probably not going to make an overly massive difference for smaller ships. Obviously, the larger the ship, the more damage can be added because the base values are higher, making this prime definitely better for higher ops level players. There will be 3 days of ticketed events where one ticket will be given for free each day as per usual, so a lighter month on ticketed event rewards. But for those of you saving from last month, you will still have an opportunity to do all 9 events for resources and materials, and we'll still have some tickets left over for the following month, so that's a good thing. However, I do expect, all right, people have been asking after an event store month, I do expect resources and materials to flow greatly this month. As mentioned in one of our hints, luck with highs and lows and player choice being the ultimate prize, right? Well, this month you're going to see a lot of event rewards come out in the form of Dabo tokens. Yes, folks, we will be playing the Dabo tables, but in a way better way than the Ferengi would want to play it. You're guaranteed your resource and material payouts, and moreover, we'll get to choose what those payouts are. They're going to be broken out in traditional Apex or Cal style bundles with ore and steel, Triton Crystal, and Dylan Gas, and you will get to choose what bundle you invest your Dabo tokens in. However, there is going to be a monthly limit, so you're not going to be able to sink 100% of your Dabo tokens all on dilithium, for example, although you could certainly, I'm told, spend well over 50% of your total tokens on one specific resource and material, leaving the smaller 2% for the other 2 resources, but all of which is your choice. If you want to break it out evenly, you can do that. If you want to focus on dilithium, which is probably what I'll do, then you can do that. Also contained within these Dabo rolls will be 2 extra bonus rolls with opportunities at additional items, including the new officers. So extra shards will be here, and your choice of officer will play a part in which Dabo refinery you choose to spend your tokens in. Kind of a quasi-mini event store with only resources, materials, and accompanying direct acquisition officer shards. So still a great option at player choice and a chance to directly acquire new officer shards this month. Regarding other events, we are told that Latinum Mining Monday will see adjustments, but probably not within its first week, folks. So as some of you players rush and get your D'Vor Feesha out there to mine concentrated Latinum, some testing and balance is going to be needed there to observe some of the changes to the Mining Monday mechanics, since the original D'Vor is so stinking fast. So while you won't likely see it on the first Monday of the arc, you should be able to expect some changes in Mining Monday as the month rolls on. All right, so just be aware of that. Speaking of which, we skipped over this when discussing the officers, but there will be a meta this month. However, we are taking one small step back and combining some of the meta unlock with some solo leaderboard mechanics as well. Players chasing Epic Quark, for example, are guaranteed an unlock with 100% meta participation and the purchase of the $99 Elite Battle Pass pack. Not the 20, but the 100. This meta will include spending materials and latinum as well as armadas. Notice latinum is in there, which is nice. They're making it relevant. So meta is going to include spending materials and latinum as well as armadas. There will be a material spend auction also for Quark, but participation in this solo leaderboard is not required if you spend the $100 on the big battle pass. Okay, but if you decide to skip that pack, you will be able to win full unlocks through the auction mechanics solo leaderboard. You will see 2 of these SLBs this month for Quark, and if you do only the $20 battle pass and all the solo milestones with no solo leaderboard participation, you'll still get a good majority of shards for Quark, but you are going to have to supplement with an SLB if you're going to unlock him without spending the $100 pack. Rare Ferengi Fests will be unlockable within the $20 Elite Battle Pass and will have packs to buy if you want to tier them up. A-Rock will be available for full unlock through the free Battle Pass and the shards available from the Dabo tables. There will not be an SMS meta for A-Rock, so if you want to prioritize this officer, if you want to guarantee your unlock, you're going to need to pick up shards from the Dabo tables as well as complete your free track of the Battle Pass. We will see a few other events for a new special frame for Quark's Bar, which we'll tell you about a little bit later. You will see 2 Jelly Brawls and 1 Parabellum during this arc as well. Cosmic Cleanup will return and will have Discovery BPs, and no, at this time, we still do not yet see a free-to-play Grinders path for Big Mama. We shall keep our fingers crossed for a timely release of that free-to-play path for the newest rating ship, the Amalgam. But as of right now, it is not being presented during February. Lastly, because everyone does usually ask, we will see officer badges in the free track of the Battle Pass as well as the 30 free tickets for ticketed events. There will be no gift chests this month that are planned as of now. So the tickets come in the Battle Pass, so do make sure you're keeping up with its completion as well. There are some rare directives at a few points in the Elite Battle Pass track too, if you want to pick up some extras there. There will be a chance to spend them during the Quark meta, in which you will get points for starts against armadas as well as winning and losing. I believe this being an epic officer, it's safe to say that those will be rares and epics and will likely not include damage and will not include all armadas in the galaxy like we saw in January. So exchange, not likely to be an option this month according to Live Ops. So begin checking your inventory and doing what you can to pick up and allocate and save some of the rare and epic directives that you've accumulated over the last few weeks. Hopefully Cal worked out for you this time to get some extra rares. That's it, folks. Lots and lots of data here and the start of a new season. Rules of Acquisition is now here. We are in month 1. What do you think? Who couldn't use more Latinum, right? Check out our comment section below this video to ask your questions, and we'll try to answer those quickly. Please subscribe to the channel. Click on the little bell so you know when we do more content. Smash the like button and share with your team. There's tons of information here within this video. Lots of math, too. So hope that you like it. Please be sure to visit our website at TalkingTrekSTFC.com to link on over to our Discord and join our community. But also, please, hey, consider joining our membership right here on YouTube. Clicking the join button below the video helps support the channel and the content that comes from it. My name is UltimatDjz here for Teaching Trek from the Talking Trek podcast, your friendly neighborhood cat person here for Star Trek Fleet Command, saying meow for now. Catch you on the next one. Love y'all. Be good. Meow. Meow. Meow.